So yeah, definitely a good shout there. Let's get into the picks here, Tony, and I'll start us off this week because I got to play from bowl season. And as a note, we'll have our boy Ryan Hogue on next week to talk bowl season and more. So stay tuned for the huddle for that next week. But I'm looking at the LA Bowl. That's UCLA against Boise State. I'm going to go under 48.5 here in this one. UCLA, great under bet this season, 10-2 to the under for the Bruins. 18th in the country in scoring defense at just 19.1 points per game. 91st in the nation in points per game on offense, a measly 22.7. That's how you go 10-2 for under bettors. Call them the Iowa of the Pac-12. So Bruins quarterback Dante Moore gone. Boise State QB Taylon Green gone. UCLA also without some players on defense as well. Ramsey and others. Some movement on the coaching staff as well with D coordinator Danton Lynn going to USC. And I just wonder about UCLA's mindset here. Bit of a letdown to be playing on day one of bowl season. It is in LA, but it's not at the Rose Bowl. Plus, with Boise State going with a freshman QB, I just sort of see this one being a defensive, run the ball, keep the clock going kind of game. And I just think the total's a bit too high, so give me the under here.
I like it. I've got a Broncos +5 against the Lions. I wouldn't mind a little sprinkle on the money line here for the Broncos as well. They're 6-1 over their last 7 games. They're healthy. This is one of the healthiest teams in the NFL right now. And Detroit's defense is really suspect. I mean, they've got holes in that defense, and I'm just confident that Sean Payton will be able to exploit those holes in that defense.
I'm going to go Vikes at Bengals. Going to go with the home team here, Bengals -3.5. First off, let's just talk about Jake Browning. Absolutely sensational against the Jags. Really good again against the Colts. So I like the way that he's been cooking here. And the Vikings, not great against the pass. Second highest completion percentage against in the league. So don't be surprised to see Browning cook again on Saturday. And Bengals sort of pushing for the playoffs. Nobody gave the Bengals a shot when Burrow went down with his injury, but this team is 7-6, ahead of the Bills in the wild card hunt. Still a lot of work to do, but with the way this league has gone in 2023, don't rule it out. Home win against the Vikes will be huge. And speaking of the Vikes, this team has lost 2 of 3. And their only win was a 3-zip snooze fest at the Raiders. They won't get the opportunity to hang around at Cincy, so give me the Bengals here as 3.5-point home faves.
I like it. My next one, I like the Falcons -3 against the Panthers. I was really surprised to see that this line was 3. When I do my handicapping, I come up with my own number before the lines are released, and I had this at 4.5. I thought the Falcons were going to be a much bigger favorite, so I like the value here I'm getting on the Falcons -3. The Panthers are just lifeless right now. You'd like to see more fight from a team like this, and it's interesting with the Panthers because their roster isn't bad. They've got some marquee players at marquee positions, but it's just lackluster. They're flat. And the Falcons are going to have a motivation edge here. They're very much in the thick of it, that 3-way race for the division. And so I like them having the motivation edge here over the Panthers. They should be able to win by more than 3.
Bucks at Packers. Again, give me the home team here, -3.5 for the Pack. Big bounce back spot here. Tough one on Monday night. We talked about it against Tommy Cutlets and the Giants, but a real opportunity for that bounce back against the Bucks. Jordan Love played all right, not great in that game, but he's certainly improved leaps and bounds as the season has progressed. 3rd worst against the pass, this Bucks D. So at home, look for Love to have a good game. Some injury concerns on the Bucks defense. Vita Vea, Devin White, and a few others on that side of the ball listed as questionable. So we'll have to see how the week pans out on that front. And sure, they are coming off back-to-back wins, but giving up 18 to the lowly Panthers, 25 to the Falcons, rough look there. They've lost 6 of 7 and have to visit Lambeau in December. So give me the bounce back here for the Pack and Jordan Love in Green Bay.
Very good. My last one, I've got the Bills money line here against Dallas. The point spread is short, 2 points, 2.5. Feel a little more comfortable with the money line. I think this is a letdown spot for Dallas. They had that huge win against Philly, which was very emotional. Philly beat them earlier in this year. There was a lot of talk about Dallas can't beat a good team. And I think they could come into this game flat against a buzzsaw team like the Bills, who are not the Buffalo Bills that we saw earlier this season. They are motivated. They know they need to win out or come real close to winning out in order to get to the playoffs. And they're confident as heck coming off these a couple great performances the last few weeks. I think some people would say it's destiny for the Bills to win this game and to squeeze their way into the playoffs. Doesn't the NFL want to see Josh Allen in the playoffs? Don't we all want to see the Bills in the playoffs? I think it makes the playoffs a little more exciting when we have a team like that has a lot of firepower in the playoffs.